You got 8 in reading, 7.5 in listening, maybe even 7 in speaking, and then you see it, writing 6. How is that even possible? You understand English perfectly, so why can't you write it? If this is you, I need you to know something first. You're not imagining this pattern. This is not bad luck. This is not one examiner on a bad day. Writing is the lowest scoring skill on the IELTS test globally every single year. Here are the actual numbers from the official IELTS test performance data. This is for academic candidates whose first language is English. Reading, 7.4. Listening, 6.84. Speaking, 7.25. Writing, 6.49. Read that again. Native English speakers writing the lowest. If it is the lowest skill for people who grew up speaking the language, then the problem isn't your English, something else is going on. And once you see what it is, your score stops feeling unfair. Let me show you. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Understanding English and producing English are two different skills. Imagine someone gives you directions to a place. Go straight, turn left at the second traffic light, it's on your right, next to the coffee shop. Easy, you understand every word, you could follow it right now. Now flip it. I ask you, tell me how to get from your house to the nearest market. Same language, same streets you walk every day, and suddenly, where do I start? Which turns matter? How do I describe that corner? The words were always there, but now you have to choose them, order them, produce them yourself. That's the difference between reading and writing, and that's why your writing score is lower. Now, let me get specific. IELTS writing is graded on 4 things: task response, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy. And here is the part nobody explains. The first 2 aren't tested in reading or listening. They test something those skills never ask you to do: build and organize your own argument. So let's start with task response. This is the one most students don't even know is being graded. Task response asks 4 things. Do you have a clear position? Do you hold that position from your introduction to your conclusion? Do you address every part of the question? And are your ideas actually relevant to what was asked? Let me show you what this looks like. Here's a task 2 question. Some people believe that university students should be required to attend classes. Others believe attendance should be optional. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now, here is a band 6 answer. Watch what happens. Many people think students should attend all classes because it helps them learn. However, other people say attendance should be optional because students are adults. Both views have good points, and it depends on the situation. Stop, read that again. What is this student's actual opinion? You don't know, I don't know, the examiner doesn't know either. The English is fine, the grammar works, the vocabulary is accurate, but there is no position. And a task 2 answer without a clear position cannot score above band 6 on task response. Not because the examiner is strict, this is what the criterion measures. Now, here is the same question answered differently. Watch the position from the very first line. While there is a reasonable case for giving students more freedom, I believe class attendance should remain compulsory at university. The structure of a degree depends on consistent participation, and optional attendance risks undermining that for the students who most need it. Same question, same language level, but now you know exactly where the writer stands, and the concession doesn't weaken the position, it sharpens it. So this is task response, and it's a criterion your reading and listening scores never trained you for. Which brings us to the second hidden criteria, coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion is about organization, whether your ideas are in the right order and whether the reader can follow how one thought connects to the next. Reading and listening never asked you to organize your own argument. They gave you someone else's argument and asked you to follow it. Writing flips that. You have to build the argument and put it in an order a stranger can follow. Let me show you what I mean. Here's a student's writing about why people move to cities. They have 3 ideas. All 3 are reasonable ideas, but watch the order they appear in their paragraph. People move to cities because there are better job opportunities. Another reason is that parents want good schools for their children. Also, salaries in cities are much higher than in the countryside. Notice what just happened. Better jobs and higher salaries are the same idea, money, but the student put the school idea in between them. The examiner has to jump money, family, money. Same 3 ideas, reordered. The main reason people move to cities is economic. Not only are salaries higher, but the range of jobs is far wider than rural areas. On top of that, parents are drawn by the quality of the schools their children can attend. So, same facts, same vocabulary, but now the reader isn't jumping. Money ideas sit together. The school point comes after, clearly marked as a new idea. So that's coherence and cohesion, and it's a criterion the other 3 skills never touched. Okay, so that's the first 2 criteria, now the other 2. Lexical resource, vocabulary, and grammatical range and accuracy. These ones do exist in reading and listening, but only in the easy direction. You know what a word means when you see it. Producing the same word under time pressure on a blank page, that's a completely different task. Let me show you. Imagine you're reading a passage and you see this word, mitigate. You know it, you understand the sentence instantly. Your brain doesn't even pause. 10 minutes later, writing task 2, same topic, same student. You reach for a word that means reduce the impact of something, and what comes out? Make less bad, make smaller, stop the problem. The word mitigate was there 10 minutes ago. It isn't there now. Same word, same student, same date. Recognizing a word and producing it are not the same skill. That's lexical resource, and most students were never trained on the producing side. Last one, grammatical range and accuracy. This one is quick. When you're reading English, your brain silently autocorrects small errors. You don't even notice them. A missing article, a wrong preposition, a verb form that's slightly off, your brain fills that gap. Writing does not let you do that. Every article, every preposition, every verb form, visible. Things your brain quietly fixes for you while you're reading become your grammatical range and accuracy score when you write. So let's bring this all the way back. Your writing score isn't telling you your English is weaker than you thought. It's telling you something very specific. Producing a language and understanding it are 2 very different skills. And the IELTS writing test is measuring the harder one under time pressure with no dictionary, no second chance. It's not a failure, that's what the test is. Which means the fix isn't studying more English. You already understand English. The fix is learning how the 4 writing criteria actually work and what Band 7 looks like in each one. That's exactly what we're doing over the next 4 weeks. 1 criterion, 1 video. If your writing score has been the one holding you back, this is the series that fixes it. See you Sunday. Follow me on Facebook at IELTS with Ben, on TikTok for a short version of each lesson. See you soon.